again, thanks a lot for coming. So you are basically a tech entrepreneur. You're founder of Poptin, which is a tool that helps convert visitors to leads and into the customers. And you're a digital marketing guru in a SaaS SaaS field and SaaS market. And it's not all, because you were featured on Huffington Post, Shopify, Ahrefs, and many more amazing sites. So thank you for coming. And why don't you start with introducing yourself a little more? What's your background? Where are you from? And how did you get into this business?
Okay. First of all, thanks for having me. We started, my co-founder, Gal Dubinsky, is also watching, I think. SEO agency like 9 years ago. And we started from there. And back then we didn't have any clients. We just sent cold emails to whoever we found on Google and asked them if they want us to promote them for free. And once the first page, we will start asking for money. And that's our first client. And we rolled from there. Then a few years later, we started affiliate program that was based only on calls, like pay-per-call. Mm-hmm. It was fine, but it wasn't like a global thing. It was just Israel. So we shut it down, and then we moved to some other little projects. Then our biggest and the best project was Poptin, which is, as you said, a lead capture platform when you can build pop-ups and overlays and widgets and forms for your website to capture more leads and sales. That was about almost 2 years ago. And a few months ago, we acquired Postero, which is a proposal software. Okay. And then also we started the Premio.io, which is WordPress plugins. We have like 7 WordPress plugins right now. Yeah, this is a side project that we thought would be like a nice income from the side, but it's going really fast. And we have also the digital agency still running on the side, like with automation, with no workers and stuff, just with like 30, 40 clients. And yeah, that's basically it.
Awesome. It's an interesting journey, but I would like to start completely on the beginning. So we have a lot of like people who are just starting out, like in the marketing industry. So you said that you were starting as an SEO agency, and you got your first client by just sending out cold emails and offering your services for free.
Yeah, first of all, we started as, we tried to do some other stuff. Like we started with renting website. We built our website. Back then it was with front page, if you know it.
Yeah, I know.
HTML, CSS, like something like free templates we found on the internet. We promote it and then rent it. Renting website, it's not something that, it's hard to get clients for it. It's like hard to find the right person and stuff. But the first one we did, which gave us like $600 or $700 a month for electric bicycle. Back then it was just starting, so we had a website that was on the first, was ranking like #1 for a lot of keywords for about like 2 years. So that was a good starting point. But we saw that we can't scale it, so we offered the SEO service for like different clients. And that was growing. And then we started to offer more services like building websites and landing pages and graphic design. And we spread, and the agency was growing to like 8 people at the time. And then it gave us enough margins, like enough revenue to bring the first developer for Poptin.
Okay.
So that's how we started Poptin, but the journey was like, it took us like a few years until we get to this point. If we needed to do this the same, like now, we wouldn't spread for too much. Like I would say it's the best to stick to the things that you're the best at. Like for us, it was SEO. We did it like very, very good, and then the operation was good and it was smooth, and we knew what clients we want to work with, and and the other stuff like graphic design, website, it took a lot of energy and resources from us, and the revenue wasn't too good.
Okay.
It was like makes us like stuck in some way. So when we shift from the agency, like focus more on Poptin than the agency, we needed to remove all these extra services and even clients that gave us like headaches or called every day and stuff like this. We tell them maybe cut the agency revenue within like these 2 years for like by 50%.
All right. But if you can give me like time frame we are talking about, like agency was how many years before?
Agency now runs for almost 9 years.
Okay.
I think 2 or 3 years was still when we were in the army or universities. So it was really full time. We did it like in the weekends and evenings and stuff like that. And I think maybe like ago it was like full time.
Okay, so basically you had an agency, and then after you were building all these websites, you just saw an opportunity to boost conversions. So that's how it led you to create a Poptin. So was it because you defined the problem yourself?
The story was we had a client that was ranked well on Google, like first pages in a lot of keywords. But it didn't get much conversion. His website was fine, not too fancy, but it was good enough. But he didn't see a lot of conversions. So we said, okay, let's try to be like a pop-up or something that will make more people call him or leave their details. So we built with a designer and developer, we built like an exit pop-up. So when people, his website, the pop-up will show up and say, before you leave your information, we will get back to you. And it really well. It got like maybe 3 or 4 times more leads the same week we built it. We said, okay, let's try this feature in other clients. And result 2 weeks or 5 weeks, depends on the industry. So there's something here. We can keep it to ourselves and just build it for all our clients, or we can make it something bigger and shift to products that we always wanted. The agency was just something that we knew will shift later and pivot to something bigger. So we had the chance to do something bigger, and we built Poptin, and like now a lot of hundreds of agencies use it. Even in Israel, just like 300 or 400 agencies using it every day.
It's amazing. So you have quite a lot of like paying clients already. So this was like the beginning of your journey of becoming a lead generation expert. You basically know how to convert visitors to leads. And you were mentioning SEO. So how did you get into the SaaS? Because right now you're known as a SaaS guy.
How do you get to the SaaS? So product, we when we started building the platform, we needed to learn a lot of stuff, from podcasts, articles, blogs, whatever. And probably everyone in the groups knows it, but there is there are a few types of revenue models you can have. It can be SaaS, and you have recurring revenue each month, or you can have like once a year, or a plugin, or a lifetime deal, like something to sell once and that's it. Or so we saw, like, from agency, we live from recurring. We have a client, a SEO client, paying every month. So we wanted the same, like insurance, like the same safe infrastructure for the product. So that was something like we saw we didn't know even we had competitors back then for the idea. It's something that we made up. And after we started developing and hiring the first developer, we said, oh, there are some. We had no clue. We didn't have any SaaS knowledge back then. So where was I?
All right, all right. So basically, okay, go on.
So we saw all the later we saw all the competitors what they offer, like the pricing and the plans.
Mm-hmm.
We made something from our own and see that we are still attractive and relevant to everyone. And we had like a beta just in Israel for like 4 months. We let people use it for free. And once we connected Stripe, people was like very happy to pay us. And we had a few clients, and we got to, I think, like we launched like a month after on Product Hunt, and we got another like 200 users, and it was like skyrocketing since the global launch.
All right, before we jump into really fun stuff, lead generation, let me please tell me something more about your Product Hunt experience. Like, what was the biggest thing you brought out of the Product Hunt? Was it the feedback from the users, or what were the users itself? Like, what was the best thing you learned from Product Hunt?
First of all, it's something that any launch is something really exciting and something that you don't do every day.
Yeah,
it was like the first biggest launch that we ever did, and it was fun and connecting all the employees together and all the team together. It was really fun in that way. And second, we got the SaaS group that we have now, as you mentioned, we started this group before the launch. That was the main idea, that we'll get people around, like founders and marketers that will get around in the same group and use it to get the first announcement and get some upvotes and stuff. That was the initial idea, but then the group grew, and we have more than 5,000 members there, and people share their stories and their products and their launches, so it's fun and everybody helps each other. We got from the launch a lot of connections, a lot of founders, a lot of good friends, recognition in Israel and other places. We got also a lot of feedback, a lot of paying customers. Important is obviously you see the great peak when you launch, and the day after, even a week later when they send the newsletter. You also get, we got a client, I think 2 weeks ago from Product Hunt of a plan of $200 plan. You still get traffic from there. So it's like a one-time thing and forget about it. So,
we have pretty, okay.
Now we're working on Poptin 2.0, which also include embedded forms and some other cool features and new interface, new design. So we will launch Poptin 2.0 in probably 2-3 months, and it will be on Product Hunt as well.
That's awesome. That's awesome. Thanks a lot for answering my question. And we have a question in the chat from Aharon. Do you have a live parrot?
I have a sticker there. I have another toy there, but no, not a live parrot yet, but in the future.
By the way, why parrot? Why did you choose this animal to have in your logo?
So this is a funny story. First, we had a stupid logo of envelope or something that you can relate to.
Okay.
We had a meeting with a UX guy in city called Beersheba, and in the way back there, and in the last second of the meeting, he said, you should maybe change the logo. It's not that good. So that was the last sentence or something, and when we in the way back, we said, you know what, he's right, the logo is not we should change it. It's called Poptin, the same font, but instead of the parrot, we had a stupid envelope, and we said we need something that people can relate to, something that will be colorful, something that can, first of all, parrot is smart, it can mimic you, pop-ups, you can see the behavior and then jump whenever it's relevant.
Okay.
So it mimics you, so we said, okay, parrot is what we are going for, and we made it purple because it's something unique that you won't see every day, and people love it. Like people really relate to it, and us with parrot names and stuff, and we have like cool stickers.
Okay.
Yeah, so there's something that will be with us forever, I think.
That's perfect. I love it. Like, yeah, I see a lot of companies in the SaaS industry use like really boring logos where there's nothing to remember really. Like, and when there's something slightly different and colorful, like it's way better to remember.
Our vision was like MailChimp. Like MailChimp, you can remember. It's like
they have a
bank in there, and so we want something that will be kind of similar.
All right. So the question is everybody waiting for, like, what is the number one challenge you see for SaaS companies when it comes to generating leads, when it comes to lead generation?
I think a lot of young companies, especially SaaS companies that just starting out, wasting too much time, money, and energy on paying ads. I think that's okay. Everybody's Facebook ads and Google ads, so let's just focus on that. And they might get leads, the more expensive, less expensive, whatever. But I think that then they're stuck and like really forced to continue with ads because they didn't build the right infrastructure from the beginning. We get today like around 100 users a day, sign-ups, and maybe like, I don't know, $700 on ads, that's all. And all our traffic is organic, so it's SEO and integrations and Facebook group and everything that's not like if we stop the budget, like if we have no budget now, which we bootstrap, we didn't have budget like 2 years ago, and we will still get this 80 or 90 or 100 users every day. And that's, I think, the most important thing. Like when you're just starting, don't focus on the ads or on paid acquisition, like build your channels that will bring you organic traffic and organic signups.
All right. So when is the company really young? Yeah, I understand. Like, so what is the number one thing you would like recommend when it comes to organic and free traffic for these companies? Is it SEO? Is it outreaching? Like,
I think when your website is good enough, like it doesn't have to be perfect. But if you have like you've got some traffic and you see the conversion rate is fine, like start focusing on blog and building your blog, building SEO, building Facebook community for your users, and that's something that really can get you ambassadors and affiliates. Like 10%, I think, of our revenue now is coming from affiliates, which is basically, it's not like random people, it's users that really happy with the product and just share it with their colleagues and clients. And if you, I don't know, let's say you have a CRM, you can do like tons of integrations or be in tons of marketplaces, and you can be on webinars or or whatever you want. That just don't need to cost you any money to start getting the first $1,000, $2,000, $3,000.
I want to jump back to affiliates because I was in affiliate marketing myself. What is your strategy when it comes to learning? Searching for right affiliates. Because you said that's mostly your current users, but do you do some outreaching to affiliates out there, or how does it work?
We don't do outreach at all, like zero outreach. All the affiliates we have now is users that mostly paying users even that use the product and they're just really satisfied with it and getting the results. They see it's working, so they share it with colleagues and friends. Other channel we get more affiliates is also SEO. We have blog in Hebrew and in English. In Hebrew we are, I think, number 1 or number 2 in all these relevant keywords. In English we just started promoting in, I think we're in the 3rd or 4th page, but we will get there. But to be honest, they are not the same quality. Those affiliates are not the same quality as the actual users that use.
Why do you think is that?
because those are people that look in like Google in affiliate marketing. They just want to get money. They don't really know the product and its features, its benefits. And the user that is paying for it like knows probably like most about it and knows who is the right audience and who can fit the product. Another thing we have is like channel is also it's in our mailing sequence, like the onboarding email. One of the first, I think maybe it's the fourth or the fifth email you get is about the affiliate program. So it's also like even if you're not paying user or active users, you'll still be able to use the affiliate program and share it.
All right, that's interesting. So for people who are watching right now, if you're starting out, if you have a new like SaaS product, or if you're in first year, don't overspend on ads. Try to build as many organic channels as you can. For example, SEO, Facebook group, or outreach to people directly. And then after you have some traction, then you start reinvesting it to paid ads. Is that right?
Yeah.
All right, perfect. So we already discussed a little about your team while we were still offline, and it's quite interesting because when you were building your agency, you had your team like in-house. You were physically together. Is that right?
Yeah, we started just me and my co-founder, and then we grew to 8 people. We sat together in the same office. And then when we shifted and left our graphic designer and content writer and everything, we moved to a smaller office and had some remote employees, and it worked well. And then we said, okay, let's save this a few $1,000s and let's be completely remote. Everybody can work from home, it took us like 2 hours going there and back every day. So it was like a waste of time. Plus we have like I have 3 kids and my co-founder has 2 kids, and it's like really time consuming. So we said, okay, let's try to be completely remote. Gal and I have an office like 3 minutes walking from our apartments. So and everybody else is working from home, and I can say that the productivity is the same or probably better, and everybody is happy with the situation.
So what do you think is the number is the like biggest challenge while working remotely?
The biggest challenge was probably communication, and maybe keeping of the other people, because when we had the lunch, for example, it was in the same office. People like we saw the energy of everyone and stuff like that. And then when we were less than when we just started, the communication was through WhatsApp. Enough for us back then. Then when the team grew, we used Slack, which is we found it much better. And, it's still not the same as having people in the office, like see the reactions, see their faces every day. It's not the same, but we still do like stand-ups, like good morning and stuff, and we have live calls, and it's not like we don't see each other ever. And we still trying, even some of the employees are in like India and US and different parts of Israel. We are planning to do something together and them all like to same place one day. And it's there are some challenges, but I think in overall it's better this way for everyone.
I think the biggest challenge is to build that culture, like the vibe and everything. It's like the human contact. I think you cannot like do it over the internet. But the productivity and happiness of people that they can work basically on their terms, it's a tough decision. Yeah.
It's also, we need to keep the full transparency. They know the they know the revenue, they know how much we grew, how many users we got. Like everything is super transparent. So that's, I think, really important when you build a remote team and try to build a culture in this way.
All right. I have a question from a little different bucket, but I like to ask this: what would you do different if you would be starting out again, like today? You have the experience, but you need to build a company again from the ground up. What would you do different than?
I wouldn't say. Usually, I would say start earlier, but I think in most cases you couldn't start earlier because you just learn every day. And if we started Poptin like 2 years earlier, it would probably fail. We didn't know too much about SaaS. We needed the time to work with SEO clients, and we needed the time to study and learn about SaaS and all these like pricing models and retention and acquisition, all this stuff. Mm-hmm. I would say that the third company I told you is Premium, which is WordPress plugins.
Okay.
Easy to start with. It doesn't have to be WordPress. It can be Shopify plugin. It can be Chrome extension. It can be whatever, like extensions or like plugins that really it's like small project that's easier to build. You can rely on Shopify payments system. Mm-hmm. On Google payment system, or you can you don't need to build completely like a payment system by yourself. So it's much easier, and you get revenue like fast because you're built on marketplace that already has users and they're looking for extensions. So if you even need to start over, I would, when we had the agency and when it was like in its prime, we probably build like some WordPress plugin and get the income starting from there. Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm. So we start.
And now instead of like now having 9 plugins, we will have like 30 plugins.
Yeah. So basically, you would launch or create some sort of income generating tool or stream which works no matter if you are working like at this exact moment, right? It's something easy to scale, maybe.
Yeah, you need to build as much digital assets as you can. It can be, I'm not talking about like courses that can be not relevant in a year, or I don't know, something that I don't know, like an ebook or something. It's something that will be useful, but it won't make you really revenue in a few months or a year. Uh-huh. Uh-huh. You always need to update it, etc. But a plugin, even if you don't, like there are few that you can find tons of that maybe are not updated like a year or 2 or 3, and they are still generating a big amount of money. Uh-huh. Our idea is different. We do update. We do even put like a small live chat in each plugin to get feedback, to improve it, and to get the most of it. And we add features like every month. But as I said, like if you have these digital assets or plugins in the beginning, you also have, like, instead of having another client, you have another plugin that generates you this $1,000, and you can like be safe all the time.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm. Makes total sense. We have another question in the chat again from Aharon. It's more macro question. Tomer, what issues in the industry did you set out to solve for the users?
I didn't get the question. Can you say it again?
Basically, what issues are you solving for your users?
With our product?
Yes.
So Poptin is to help businesses capture more leads and improve their conversion rate. So if you have, let's say, an e-commerce stores and you're just selling 2%, which is the average, like 2% of the visitors become buyers. So with Poptin, you can make it 3% or 4%, depends what you offer. For example, if someone adds items to the cart and tries to leave without paying, you can show a pop-up of like, get 10% and complete this this payment. And right? The other product is Prosper. We are helping freelancers and small agencies to create proposals easily and save time and impress their clients with like really beautiful proposals. and it also tracks if they open it or if they and with Premium we help any WordPress website. It can be we have like a plugin called Shady, which is showing like WhatsApp icon or Messenger or Telegram or Snapchat or whatever channel you can think of. In the corner of the website, then people can reach out to contact the business owner. And we have another plugin it's called Folders, when you can manage, you can organize the pages and images of your website and make everything organized like in Windows. In your operating system.
Okay.
We have another plugin.
You do a lot of things, Tomer.
Yeah, for testimonials and for if you want to show testimonials on your website. Redirection, it's called Quick 201 Redirect. If you want to do 201 redirections. And now we just acquired a plugin with 60,000 active installs called My Sticky Menu. Yeah, and we probably will launch it again today, with a new version, new UI and new Pro version. Yeah, if you go, you can see all the plugins.
All right, I want to talk about these social plugins. You mentioned that you can reach out on WhatsApp, Messenger, basically anywhere. I see these little pop-ups pretty much everywhere now. That the visitors have the option to reach out on another platform, for example, as you mentioned, WhatsApp. Do you think this is just a short-term trend? Do you see it as a trend, or do you see it as a big shift in the user behavior that they want to talk on different platforms than just an email?
I don't think it's much the platform. It's about that visitors want fast response as much as possible. They don't want to wait a day or two. They have a question, they want it now. So let's say if you're a SaaS product, you probably won't put a WhatsApp icon on your website.
Why?
Why? Because you want to give them a live chat in the same platform. You want them to stay in the interface and have questions about the interface without leaving the platform. But if you're a photographer or a writer or whatever, people can reach out to you on WhatsApp and you can complete the rest of the conversation and make through there. But in complicated websites or SaaS products, you won't see this Telegram, Facebook, whatever. But freelancers, all the other stuff, yeah. So I think it will keep going in this way, but it won't take over intercom or a live chat or whatever.
Are there any other trends you see in lead generation on these for SaaS companies?
Yeah, you probably see it a lot, and I think there was also a lifetime deal on PitchGround, if I remember it right, of social proof,
real-time social proof. Somebody from New York just purchased X. Yeah.
So actually, we thought of building this in Poptin. We had maybe 70% of it built already, and then we tried to actually measure the conversions. We saw it's not even close to the conversions of pop-ups and the ROI of it. So we left it in the side and we said, let's focus on what's the best for our users. So we didn't launch it, and we just focus now on embedded forms, which you can actually build very advanced forms within the page. It can be you can offer specific offers or specific forms to users who came from Facebook and different forms to visitors who came from Google. Or you can show to a specific country a form in their language, or you can play with it or show it in specific pages, etc., etc. So we said let's use all the features we have in the pop-ups and build it as forms. and I think it will work better for us. And we didn't want to launch something that we didn't completely believe in. I'm sure it works for users, maybe not for our users, but for a lot of companies it will work. Maybe e-commerce website it will work better. But for us, we wanted to focus on things that works best for us.
So you said that you put real-time social proof on a site, and you decided to focus more and double down on the pop-ups. Why do you think that you shouldn't be using both as a founder or as a SaaS business?
No, I'm not saying you shouldn't use both. You can use both. It will probably be the best. We have also users in Poptin that use both, and there is no issue with that. But what I'm saying, there are a lot of platforms that are trying to get everything done. Like, let's do CRM and do pop-ups and do live chat and social proof and do let's offer everything all in one place. And I think it would be better to offer 2 or 3 stuff, 90% or 95% good, built well, and not 5-6 solution that's 60%.
Okay.
So if someone is really happy with and need your advanced features for pop-ups or stuff, it would be better to focus on a few solutions than spread to tons of solutions. You have bugs and you need to maintain everything, and for each solution you'll get more feature requests, and you can't keep up with everything. So once you finish 80-90% one big solution, you move to the next one and so on.
All right. And how do you prioritize on what to focus next?
So we have a Trello board with all the things we think is the best, but we have a live chat and we personally answer. We don't have a support guy or something. Founders answer every question, and we see where the struggles are and what features users ask, and we count everything. If someone asks for more advanced editor or a different targeting option or whatever, we write everything down. We see what for each feature request, we see how many users it will affect, and what the affection will be. If it's just a small, and how much time it will take us to build it, of course. So if it's something that will affect a lot of users, we can do it in the same day or maybe the day after or the week after. If it's something big that maybe 1 or 2 users will do it, so we push it for later, and maybe we won't even do it. But that's you have a few parameters that you can prioritize accordingly.
I'm always amazed how remote development teams can work. Can you deep a little bit more into it? And how if you work remotely, how do you manage to make everything and develop everything on time? And do you have a CTO who is managing all the development, or are you doing it yourself? How does the process work?
To be honest, we don't have a CTO. You can say that all our developers are quite at the same level. There are more people in the back end than the front end, but they're all in the same level. Nobody gives instruction to anyone. We as founders also we are on the support and also on the QA and the feature requests, and we are the project managers. But all the development is we work with a few tools that help us doing this. One is Slack. We have a channel for front end, channel for back end, and with each developer alone, and everyone can see all the conversations. We have the Trello, of course, with also it's divided by front end, back end, and now we have another board that's also all of 2.0.
Okay.
And we have a tool called Clockify, which just keep us track how much time each one works on each feature.
Yeah.
on each task, and then we can see if someone, it takes him too long to work on a specific task, we can shift it to someone else, or see, okay, he is not good with this. Okay, so next time we will give it to someone else, and then we can prioritize better between the developers.
Mm-hmm.
And, we are not technical founders. We don't know to code, but we know we can read code, we can understand everything, but we don't code ourselves. Okay. But we know, for example, if there is a feature, how much time it should take. And so we know in advance, we have a roadmap of each month, what we want to accomplish. And every month we do a call, like together, and everyone knows that those are our goals for the same month. And everybody is like aligned according to it.
And all right, that's interesting. And if you see that somebody isn't performing well, it leads me to another question. How do you decide who you hire into your team? How does the process work?
First of all, we don't have developers that don't perform well.
Okay.
Perform really well. We have like hard tests before we get someone into the team. Mm-hmm. First of all, we have a conversation. We see the vibe. If the vibe is good and the feeling is good, so that's the most important thing before all. I think do you hear me still?
Yeah, I can still hear you. Yeah.
Okay. The next thing is to give a task. We give a task. See that first of all the deadline. If he or she made the deadline as they said. If they said okay, to get it 2 days, okay, so bring it in 2 days. If it's 3-4 days, you're up. Then after they send the task, we give them a few comments. Like even if it's perfect, we will still give a few comments. Okay. Just how they get feedback. Mm-hmm, mm-hmm. They're angry with you or whatever. So it's a red flag. Okay. If they say okay, yeah, sure, I'll fix it and in an hour and I'll send it to you back. So that's a good sign. Mm-hmm. Then after everything is done, then we do a code review by another developer and see that the level is good, and we do the other developer with some other technical questions. Mm-hmm. We start for a month working together, see that everything is okay, and then they're officially in.
So you have a quite process in place. That's awesome.
Yeah, it sounds scary, but it's smooth. It's easy.
How long does it take? 4 days or 1 week?
A few days, and then the first pilot month starting, and it worked well for us until now.
All right. Thanks a lot. I think it's almost time to wrap up. We are talking for 40 minutes now, and this is actually the last part of the interview. That you have basically 90 seconds opportunity to pitch your community to our community, so we can basically help each other grow. So why don't you introduce your SaaS products and marketing Facebook group to our members, so if they want, they can join. 1 second, I will turn on my stopwatch, and I'm ready when you're ready.
Okay, I'll start.
So,
SaaS products and marketing, Facebook groups for founders and marketers. You can see there are a lot of value with threads about blog posts and other information that will help you grow your business. So come join, and you will see for yourself.
That's it?
Yeah, you said 9 seconds.
No, I said 90.
Oh, okay. So we have a special thing called we have threads, like blog posts. You can see, you can offer your contact to someone else and get contact for your blog. You can find affiliates. You can find other question stuff. Every week or every month we share something that everybody can value from. And if you learn something or if you need help, share it, and people will be more than happy to help you.
All right, 55 seconds. You are the fastest. You are the fastest. So, some of the people actually, 90 seconds is enough for them. But anyway, thanks a lot for this speech, for this interview. Is there, Tomer, is there anything you'd like to tell to PitchGround community? Remember, it's a lot of SaaS founders here, marketers, agency owners, and yeah. So if you have anything you'd like to say, maybe some of your favorite growth hacks, that'd be really awesome.
Yeah, like okay, so don't try to find the shortcuts. Don't try to find the growth hacks. There are tons of growth hacks. They won't sustain. They won't be something big. Try to find, as we said, the actual organic infrastructure that will keep going along the way and build you like a great big user base and big client base, and don't try to find like the little tweaks. And yeah, if you have any questions, if you need some help or everything, I'll be happy to help and answer any question. And yeah, like keep hustling, keep working. It will, in the end, it will work out.
All right. Thank you very much, Tomer, for the interview. I really enjoyed it. You shared some incredible value here, and feel free to like network with people in the PitchGround. Feel free to answer the questions here and just become a part of the community, because I sure will become part of the SaaS products and marketing, because I'm just checking it, and yeah, a lot of interesting members and value as well. All right. So thank you.
Thank you so much.
And yeah, we will talk soon.
Thanks, man.
All right. Bye.